the second-hand platform that promotes conscious consumption decided to collaborate with an icon from one of the industries no one would choose as an example of conscious consumption, fashion.
Model of the Year, Jon Kortajarena!
Thank you, GQ, for this award.
And it turned the only top model with environmental awareness into a true Trojan horse, creating an entire campaign tailored to him. The campaign started by questioning the need to buy new.
¿Quién nos ha metido en la cabeza que todo tenga que ser nuevo?
And it exploded from an announcement in the form of a billboard in the epicenter of Spanish consumerism, Puerta del Sol.
Este es un mensaje para los medios de comunicación. Soy Jon Kortajarena y me ofrezco a la revista que se atreva a lanzar un número especial sobre consumo consciente y que hable de las fuerzas que nos incitan a comprar en exceso y sin pensar. Las fotos ya están hechas, la ropa también.
From this billboard and on his social networks, he offered to the media a series of photographs produced by Wallapop that depicted the pressures pushing us to buy impulsively. This offer became his most viral video ever. It was even shared by other brands, and it led to a variety of media outlets responding with their proposals. As a result, El País, the most widely read Spanish-language newspaper in the world, took up the challenge and launched an issue on activism in its magazine Es Moda, using our photos to develop 100% editorial content that talked about exactly what we proposed, the techniques used to instill impulsive consumption in our minds. Black Friday and the false sense of urgency.
De eso va esta foto.
The advertising impacts.
1 cada 10 segundos.
The difficulties manufacturers impose on repairs. The speed with which the fashion industry releases new collections. Or the e-commerce's tricks to make you buy without time to think.
Así que al final, los mismos que nos metieron estas presiones en la cabeza, ahora nos las sacan.
In my opinion, the real challenge was not about the idea itself, but about keeping the direction of the brand around 5 years. In this precise project, we had a couple of challenges. One of them was making sure everyone understood that this wasn't about control. It was about listening to the experts of every part of the project. That's how content works, I think. We had to listen to Jon Kortajarena, the Spanish top model, and Chamayeste, the fashion photographer, because they know better than us how a content has to be made to be interesting for the media, for fashion media. We made it by using objects bought in Wallapop and on the platform, and by other decisions that make unmissable for in this case for El País and its editor and writer to talk about it. So our job was finding balance between what the brand needs to tell, what media wants to consider interesting to publish, what the audience think it's interesting. Now it seems easy, but it was really, really hard to achieve it.
I think the main challenge was to believe in the power of the proposal of this photography project we were offering to the media, and the main challenge for us and the client was to believe that was going to be powerful enough as a proposal. Another key thing for me was to keep it editorial and to let it be 100% editorial, free of any opinion from the agency or the client, and we did it, and I think it was key.
The Ofrezco campaign is not a 1-year process. I think its value is on the journey with Wallapop. It's the culmination of 4 or 5 years working creatively and strategically with Wallapop. Back in 2020, when we started to work with them, Wallapop was already the leading second-hand platform in Spain, but the communication was very, very transactional. So we identified and activated the Wallapop's purpose, which is to inspire and enable a more conscious and human way of consumption. And every year, we try to add new layers to that concept. So in 2021, when we started to work with them, we launched Cambios, means changes precisely. And we focused on the emotional and human value of second-hand objects. In 2022, we made Lo hecho hecho está, which is very tricky to translate. I mean, it's kind of what's done is done, but it's also what's made is made, because of hecho in Spanish is done and made at the same time. So we emphasize the value of what's already made, and that doesn't need to be produced again. In 2023, we launched Thank You Brands, Gracias Marcas, where we not only value the things that are already made, but also that are those that are very well made. I mean, focusing on quality and on durability of objects. And we say thanks to brands like Lexus, Miele, Levi's, Patagonia, and a dozen of brands that are focused on quality or durability. And in 2024, with what we need new, lo que necesitamos nuevo, we had the opportunity to make this campaign bigger. And in that context of this campaign that was focused precisely on questioning the need of having new things, the Me Ofrezco campaign came to life. We had the chance to work with Jon Kortajarena, which is the main Spanish top model, and to embody this message. Most people know his work as a top model, but not so many people knew his activist. There is where the chance of this campaign started. Creativity is never neutral. It cannot be, in any case. And that's something we kept in mind, not only during this project, but in every campaign we've done with Wallapop, from representing diverse people to being super intentional about the examples we show. But above all, after these 5 years, we have helped to make reusing cool in Spain, which was exactly the opposite. So the impact, I think, it's huge. It wasn't part of the original plan, but this backpack I'm wearing is made of the out-of-home we made in Puerta del Sol. So, I mean, it wasn't part of the plan, but I think it's very good and a very good metaphor of our way of thinking with reusing and Wallapop. So that's it.